Well, if you clicked on this video, I'm guessing you feel like you don't get no respect. And that's first thing I'd like to say, it's you feel you get no respect. Whether or not you get respect isn't really a judgment of your character, who you are in your inside. It is really a conversation about, do other people recognize your value and give you respect accordingly? Which maybe leads to my next point. So we're going to go to the story of Jesus when he goes into Capernaum for roughly the first time in synagogue. And the reason I'm going to that story is it gives us two great potentials ways of gaining respect. Now, there's things going on there you might be like, this isn't relevant to my life. And I get it. Very few of us are going to cast out demons. And yeah, that's that. But doesn't mean that we can't learn valuable lessons of how Jesus gained respect in this situation. And I say two reasons because we have two accounts of this story. We have the account in Mark chapter 1, verse 21 to 28, and Luke chapter 4, verse 31 to 37. In these two accounts, even they're accounts of the same story, the two authors, Mark and Luke, interpret why Jesus gains respect differently. They do not come to the same conclusions, even though they record this story roughly the same way, which both of their suggestions do make sense of how you could gain respect. And I think it's actually something to consider. How could I gain respect? So for this video, I am not going to read the actual stories. As I said, they're in the Bible if you wish to read them. I'm just going to kind of recount some of the highlighted events. If you wish for me to always read them in the videos, please comment down below, read or not read. Just give me a sense of what you actually want to get from these videos. But here it goes. So in Mark chapter 1, verse 21 to 28, Jesus goes in and he starts to teach. And while he's teaching, the crowd's somewhat intrigued and amazed at what he's doing. But then this man shouts out, "Hey, who are you? I know who you are, the Holy One of God. Have you come to destroy us?" And Jesus commands him right away to stop, and he drives the demon out. And then, this is where the respect comes in. The people right away say, "Who is this man who drives even the evil spirits obey him?" Now that is huge. And I was thinking about this. Oh, you know what the issue is? So in the synagogue, obviously there's synagogue leaders and teachers, but they weren't getting the respect that the people wanted. And what to give. Now, why was that? Why was some stranger coming to Jesus and they right away had this respect for him and his authority? And it's because he was fixing the problem that the official leaders were not fixing. This man with this evil spirit was disturbing their services, their time that they had come together with their family and friends to enjoy community and to learn about God. This man with the evil spirits was probably not the first time that he was disturbing their services. Jesus commanded respect because he solved their problem. The man with the evil spirit, he drove that spirit out. So that is probably one of the biggest ways that you can gain respect from people. When you come into a situation and you see a problem, fix it. It doesn't have to be huge like it's evil spirit, even though that would gain you a lot of respect. But if you come into a situation and there's not enough places for people to sit and you see some chairs over there, grab a chair, set it up. Fix the problem. You gain people's respect. Someone's causing disturbance. Someone's bullying somebody in the group, let's say. You address that issue. By doing that, you're going to gain the respect of the people around you because you fix the problems. So that's the number one way I think you can gain respect, like Jesus did. The number two way in the same story, so same kind of thing happens, but Luke ends it much differently. And I'm going to actually jump to Luke 4, verse 37. I'm going to read it there. See if you can catch how Jesus gains respect according to Luke. So 4 verse 36 actually. And all the people were amazed and said to each other, what words these are. With authority and power he gives orders to impure spirits and they come out. So Luke, yes, they respect him because of his actions and his power over the evil spirits there. But it also hints that they respect him for the knowledge that he has and his ability to communicate it. Now, it's often said as a bad thing to be the smartest person in the room. And my experience, I've rarely been the smartest person in the room. But again, kind of related to solving the problem. If you're in a situation and you're able to communicate clearly to other people, especially that which they don't understand, in a humble fashion, that automatically they will give you respect for that. If you humbly tell them or explain to them things that they do not understand, like Jesus was teaching things about God, and God is a mystery. Believe me, God is a mystery. And he was able to communicate clearly with them the ways of God, and they respected him for it. There's a little aside, and this is back to the evil spirit now that Luke brings out as a really good point. So he distinctly says that Mark doesn't say is after Jesus drove out the evil spirit, it left the man without injuring him. So the man with the evil spirit, that's one of his things, is you've come to destroy us. Have you come to damage us? And Jesus is able to fix the problem without hurting him, without injuring him. And I think that's also a good thing to keep in mind, is you don't have to be the tough guy in the room. You don't have to hurt and put other people down to gain respect. You can solve the problem without injuring other people and gain respect that way. So those are my thoughts. Comment down below if you think the same thing, that this is a way to gain respect. And even better, comment down below if you've tried to gain respect by either solving the problem that people are facing, spoken or unspoken, or by communicating clearly something that people don't understand, for they can become smarter. And what was the result? Did you gain respect?